Yeah.
Because to lie to the less intelligent is so easy that to do it is even more immoral. Like if I want to go and beat up someone and I beat up and pick on someone my own size, I'm still initiating force. Still wrong. But if I go and, punt a midget, yeah, I'm initiating force. It's not really a fair fight. And this is what troubles me
Yeah.
about Marxists is that they really do fasten on the less intelligent. And same thing's true of religion. I mean, religiosity decreases almost proportionate to IQ increase, which again is not to say there aren't the outliers, but as IQ increases, religiosity decreases. So religion really is a virus that preys upon the less intelligent. And Marxism, to me, because it tends to try to appeal to the resentments of the lower IQ people because they're, quote, workers, which means they're not entrepreneurs, they don't have the intelligence, the skill, the drive, the ambition. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine. I need roads too.
Hmm.
But because the Marxists and the leftists, they tend to prey upon the lowest, well, not the lowest, they tend to prey on lower IQ people. It's far worse because it tends to be more intelligent people identifying the lower IQ people and then going in to stoke up fear and resentment in them. An intelligent, like a reasonably intelligent person, when told about going to be burned in hell because a sky ghost doesn't like that you touch yourself, will say, A, why are you so interested in me touching myself? And B, I just don't really buy it. And I'm not going to buy, like if I go to an atheist and say, I'm going to sell you insurance from demonic possession, the atheist is going to say, don't really need it. And if I am going to go to a person with an IQ of 120 and say, I've got this imaginary disease called sin, which I will now need you to pay me 10% of your income to pretend to cure you of, the intelligent person will say, no, I get off my
Yeah.
lawn,
Yeah.
right? Please,
Yeah.
just stop it, right?
No.
But if you
So
go to somebody who's got an IQ of 80 or 85 or something like that, and you start spinning these tales about how, the rich are just rich because they've stolen from you and you should have everything they have. I mean, the poor person, the less intelligent person is so much more susceptible to those kinds of manipulative lies that to me, it's like stealing from a Girl Guide.
mhm.
I mean, it's in the same moral category as stealing from Mike Tyson, but just extra douchey, like extra ugly, vicious, preying upon those unable to defend themselves intellectually douchebaggery. And that's what really troubles me. And you can see this a lot, the degree to which communism tends to take its root and its hold in less intelligent countries or less educated countries. Less intelligence is the wrong way of putting it, but less sophisticated countries. Because the whole theory behind Marxism is that it was supposed to take place in the most educated and most advanced societies. That's never happened. That has never happened. Marxism tends to take place where you've got North Korea, where you've got Cambodia, where you've got the benighted, uneducated serfs of the Soviet Union, where you have brutally raised relatively unsophisticated populations. That's where these assholes tend to take root. And it tends to, by simply by calling someone the working class, you're automatically appealing to resentment and entitlement. Who the fuck are you to say that the guy who's pushing around the floor cleaner in the office building is somehow the exact economic equivalent of the guy who risked his entire life savings to build the office building and then built it? I mean, just it's ridiculous and it's foolish. And this is what I really dislike. Like it's the same thing with feminism too, to some degree, where the feminists sit there and say, "Well, women are only getting 77 cents on the dollar for what men get," right? To which any intelligent person says, "Well, fuck me, I'm going to make a fortune then because I'm going to hire women at 80 cents, and all the women will come work for me, and
Yeah.
I'm going to make a killing." And then someone else going to, oh, I'm going to go for 82 cents. I'm still saving 18 cents on the dollar from the men.
Hmm.
So the idea that there's this massive disparity in this incredibly profit-seeking free market, that there's this massive disparity that has no basis in productivity or economics, only idiots could believe that.
Yeah. I
Absolute idiots. And the fact that people then repeat these lies over and over again, stoking the resentment of these idiots, is preying upon the dumb. It is
Mm-hmm.
vile and vicious intellectual bullying and cowardice. To those people, I say, pick on someone your own size, assholes.
Yeah.
Call in here. Call into a competent economist. Go talk to Christina Hoff Sommers. Go talk to Karen Strawn. Go pick up the phone and talk to somebody who's fucking smart.
Yeah.
But no, they won't do that. They go talk to Emma Watson. I mean, God almighty. God almighty. You know, if you're such a heavyweight, get in the boxing ring with Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Don't go punch out Don Knotts. Ugh. And when people, like, if people really grasp that, the degree to which these bastards, these unbelievable scumbags, are stoking the resentments of people who don't have the intellectual acuity to understand the ridiculousness of these arguments. You're worth as much as the CEO. You're being underpaid. It's like anybody with brains will go, oh, well, wait a minute. How's that? How could that be? Right? I mean, the CEO was here long before I have. He's got way better education. Guy works 80 hours a week. He built the whole company. Yeah, he's worth more than I am. But those people tend to do quite well in organizations. And last thing I'll say is that it tends to be such a self-perpetuating prophecy. So if you tell people who are workers, who are generally less intelligent, because only less intelligent people tend to buy this bullshit, the smarter people who buy this bullshit are actually looking to sell this bullshit. They're looking to get on the gravy train of stoking resentment, and then in the divisions they create, expanding political power by creating victims who demand state restitution for imaginary wrongs. But what bothers me so much is that if you keep telling workers they're being exploited, that the people who created the company they're working at are parasites and out to do them harm, what kind of work attitude are these people going to have? They're going to resent getting up. They're going to resent going to work. They're going to resent their paycheck. They're going to resent everything about it. And they're going to feel, by God, if I could only live in a Marxist robot city where everybody bought me Spam and eggs on a hoverbot. I shouldn't have to get up here. I shouldn't have to go to work. These people are assholes. They're exploiting me. Bastards. I don't want to be here. I mean, what is going to happen to that person's work ethic? What is going to happen to that person's enthusiasm? What's going to happen to that person's desire to improve themselves and move up the economic ladder? They're going to be one surly, resentful son of a bitch to have work for you. The same thing with women. If you keep telling women, oh, it's stacked against you and you're never going to make any money and the men are just exploiting you, they're going to be in there. They're going to be resentful. They're going to be bitchy. They're going to be upset. They're going to be entitled. They're going to be feeling like if you can teach someone that they're being taken advantage of, they'll try and take advantage back in subtle ways, take extra long lunch hours and not come back on time and feel okay about being late. And next thing you know, that person is not moving up. That person is not going to have a job for long. And you have just fucked someone else's life for the sake of pumping your own ideological bullshit into their tender and unsophisticated mind. That is predatory. That is a virus. That is the real parasitism. You know, it's such projection. The communists like, well, there are these exploiters out there who lie to you and cheat you and reduce your economic value. That's you, assholes. That's you. That's not other people. Well, you know, there are people out there who undervalue the contributions of women, will keep them down and won't let them money and they'll keep them. That's you, by keeping telling women these lies about how they're underpaid. They just work less because they want to have kids. God love them. Keep doing that. That's wonderful. Mm-hmm. But it's not the capitalist class you're talking about. Fucking Marxist academics talking about the working class? That's like me doing a play called My Black Experience. Academics? The working class? Are you kidding me? These people wouldn't know hard work if it came up and slapped them on the face with a wet fish.